All right, here we go. Question number 12 from our 0314 homework number 3 in MyLab Math. And the instructions say factor. So the very first thing that we look for when we're factoring an expression is we look for the greatest common factor. We're looking for what can we factor out. So I noticed that these two terms, the 6s to the 4th t squared and the negative 30s to the 3rd t to the 3rd, I noticed that they both have coefficients, the 6 and the 30, and I know that 6 will divide evenly into both of those numbers. So the first piece of the common factor that I'm going to get to factor out is 6. I also noticed that these terms both have an s, and so when they have the same variable, you can take out the smallest power. So between the two powers, the smallest power is 3. They also have in common a variable t, so we can take out the smallest exponent, which is t squared, and that is the greatest common factor. In other words, that is the most stuff that I'm going to be able to factor out of these two terms. Now, to figure out what's left over when we factor this out, the coefficients are going to divide and the exponents are going to subtract. Here we go. 6 divided by 6 leaves me a 1, which I don't really have to write that. It's an understood 1. S to the 4th, take away s to the 3rd, is going to leave me an s. And t squared, take away t squared, I'm not going to have any t's left. So for this first term, if I take out the 6 and the t squared and I subtract the 3, I'm just going to have s left. Next, 30 divided by 6 is 5. S to the 3rd, take away s to the 3rd, that's gone. And t to the 3rd, take away t to the 2nd, is t. So again, what I did with the big numbers, the coefficients, 30 divided by 6 is where the 5 comes from. And then the exponents, they subtract. 3 minus 3 is none, no s's. 3 minus 2 is 1, 1t. And that is factored completely. All right, so let's see if that is right. 6 s to the 3rd t squared and parentheses s minus 5t and done. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section below, or you can text me. And thanks for watching.